Caitlyn and Karma, I'm going to let it go through regular and then do a slow play review. This is a TLC half-day clinic. Good job. That was some nice improvements from the morning to the afternoon. So I'm going to let it go through again and do slow play. I like how she's coming in on the correct lead. Your hands are nice and loose and forward. You've got a good position with your hands. She's guiding nicely to her arc. That looks really good. 1, 2, 3 strides of rate. 1, 2, 3 strides around the barrel. So what we need to do is make some adjustments in your position. Okay, for her to only have 2 strides of rate. When you send her from back here, give her a clear go cue. And then where the tracks cross, right there, 1, 2 strides of rate, and then right here, you take up an extra stride around the barrel because there's too much pocket. So if you would tighten that up a little bit, get your rate. As you're coming in, get your first stride of rate here, second stride of rate there, but then only be between 3 and 4 feet to the side of the barrel instead of 6 or 7. And then you will only have 2 strides around the barrel instead of 3, if that makes sense. So I'm going to let that go through now. 1, 2, 3, almost 4 strides around the barrel there, because she goes, not only does she go top side, she actually gets a little bit behind the barrel and stalls right there too. So when you practice, you're going to want to change some positions in your cues. Instead of applying the neck rein, what I'd like for you to do is, like the body position you have right about there, when you tuck your hip and bring your shoulder back, that's great. Drop that outside rein, go to the horn, bend that elbow, and then start looking around. And what will happen by bending the elbow, drop the outside rein, you'll allow her to bend in the ribs here and come around better, okay, instead of having her come off of the neck rein, which takes a little bit longer when you cross over. Okay, so you did apply your leg there, but I would start applying your leg back at the first part of your turn, and then again there instead of back here. So I would start the outside leg a little sooner as well. I like that she leaves straight. I like that your body's in the forward position and you're starting to give her back her head. And then she swaps her lead really good. She swapped her lead about the second stride out right there, which is great. It's a small pattern, so you were thinking rate already. It might be a little bit too much bridle for her, the way she's picking her heads up, and your hands are pretty light, so maybe try the junior cow horse on her for a little while. See if you can just work on her rating off of your body and bumping with your hands instead. So I'm going to let that go here. You're asking for the rate, 1, 2 strides of rate. Okay, so that I liked. I thought that was good. You sat, you bumped. Her head got a little bit up, but see, you try to give it back to her. The only thing is your hand gets a little bit pulling to the side and your body's straight. So what we want to do, instead of having the hand pulling back, we want to soften your ribs and turn your face and your hip and shoulder a little bit to start turning your horse and let your horse turn off of your body instead of just pulling with the rein. Okay, so we're going to let that go again. 1, 2. Now I like that you used your outside leg, but again she's taking 3 strides around the barrel. So, but only 2 strides of rate this time. But the head gets up because I think it might be just a little too much bridle for her. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 strides around the barrel. So that's something you're going to want to work on as well. So that you applied your leg good to tell her to come around, but we really need her right here using your cues to bring her around. You did go to the horn, it looks like. Nope, you stayed 2 hands. So what I'd like for you to do is go to the horn. When your leg gets to the barrel, you can sit and rate, but then when your leg gets to the barrel, go to the horn and bend that elbow and bring your hand up here by the saddle horn instead of back there, and then turn your body so you only have 2 strides of rate around the barrel. You want to have your first stride from spot 1, the entrance, to the backside, your second stride from spot 2, the backside, to the exit. So 1, 2, 3. She gets a little bit deep on that turn, and you're a little bit too far away from the barrel here, so we want to tighten that up a little so she only has those 2 strides. 1, 2, 3. She comes out nice and straight, and again, you're using your legs good. You get up and hustle her out nicely, and then 1, 2, nice rate, 1, 2, strides around the barrel. The only thing is she's a little bit too much of a stall with that rate. You want it to be one fluid, smooth motion, and she just kind of set a little bit too hard, so you just need to work on fluid exercises. So for your homework, I want you to continue to work on spiral circles, bend and flex, more nose and shoulder, and work on fluid circles with her. Try the junior cow horse instead of the long shank bridle, and try over flexing her in fluid spiral circles and drills like we did today. Do your collection work. Really work on riding her into the bridle vertically with your hands, and then add your legs to get her using her hindquarters under her, and then start laterally flexing her for her shoulder and nose and rib cage. But I thought you made some really good improvements from the morning to the afternoon, and I'd like to see how you progress in the upcoming days. Thank you.